Hey guys, how it going? This is the Spark. We are back here in Elite Dangerous on another shipbuilding guide. Today I am here in the Krait Mark II. I have actually previously done a build guide, or a combat build guide, on the Krait Mark II. That was my first version. I'm still okay with that version, and I'm very pleased with it still. I still do recommend it if you do like that kind of style. But here is a more wing fight, PvP type build. This will also be pretty good in solo matches too. I haven't had any goofs or bad luck out of it, but here you go. This is also a hybrid build, kind of an old school type way of making ships, so I'm kind of happy that I've been able to push this out. But yeah. As you guys can tell, I have a wide arrangement of weapons on here. I got 3 plasma accelerators. They are all efficient with different modification. One with dazzle. One with target lock breaker. And one with dispersal field. I do recommend maybe instead of dazzle, or dispersal field, maybe running another target lock breaker. It does help keeping your enemy confused a little bit longer, but it's not necessary, so do as you want. Never hurts. I don't know if I would recommend oversize. Oversize, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I don't think there's enough damage there to make it worth it. But hey, you never know. I would have to kind of do more testing. I am planning on getting a set of overcharged plasmas for my Krait. I don't know how well it's going to work, but I am very curious. So hopefully it does pretty well. For my mediums though, I have a railgun with long-range feedback cascade to keep people from basically shield cell banking. Very handy in wing fights and PvP. I also have a cannon that is basically the same speed as my plasma accelerators. This one has overcharge with force shell. With this modification, it makes their accuracy just completely obsolete, or basically just makes it very hard for them to aim in general once you fired. It works best once you fired, before they have fired, or right as they fire, so it throws their aim off and it misses you. That is at least the goal. If you don't like the cannon, guys, you can put another plasma accelerator on, or even another railgun with feedback cascade. This is just what I'm doing. What's nice with this setup, you can fire the cannons and railgun twice before you need to throw your pips to weapons and recharge your capacitor. So you do get 2 stabs at this. It's not bad in my opinion. I do love the Krait's distributor. That is another reason why I love the ship and its platform. Utility mounts, this is a shield tank, hull tank, so I have heavy duty boosters on with a heat sink on to keep my heat down from the shield cell banks. So they are handy. Just for you guys to see, heavy duty with super capacitor, and I recommend a heat sink with heat sink ammo capacity so you have an extra one. Pretty handy in my opinion. Yes. Reactive armor. This is basically, the internals are similar to my old one, but the reactive armor is heavy duty with deep plating. I got a 7A power plant with double braced. I would recommend thermal spread, but that's up to you. I don't quite have problems with heat. Usually I dissipate it pretty fast once I pop my heat sink if I need the shield cell bank or just in general. My thrusters are 30 drive tuning with drag drives. Pretty nice. My frame shift drive is shielded FSD with mass manager, so good distance at least for a combat ship. Kind of. You'll see why. 4D life support to keep the weight down. I hopefully will be lightweighting it soon so I can just keep pushing the weight of the ship down so it can go faster, because that is a very important thing for this ship. The 7A power distributor, what makes this ship so great? Charged enhanced power distributor with superconductance. Pretty nice. It does the job. You can permit boost on 2 pips, throw your stuff to weapons, and it'll be recharged in about 2 seconds. And then pop it back to shields, and you have good shields. 60 sensor for weight. I also have a 16-ton fuel tank. You do not have to do this, but I did to save on weight and speed. I would even sometimes recommend not doing this if you plan on going more than 100 light years. This is only good up to 100 light years of jumping. So keep that in mind, guys. I think you can get about 170 off of the 32. But take that with a grain of salt and do as you please. Now for the optional internal, this is where it's going to get weird. I actually had a 6AG shield generator that was heavy duty, or reinforced with high cap on it, so I decided to use that. I do recommend prismatics if you have them, but that is 24 million credits and a lot of power on this system. So take that with a grain of salt and do what is needed. You might even have to monstrous your power supply or your power plant just to mount them. I'm not sure. I don't have them, so I really can't verify unless I tinker on Caloris. But you guys can do that too, because I will be putting the link in the description, hopefully. On this ship, I run a 6A shield cell bank and a 4B shield cell bank. They both have rapid charge shield cell bank. I only have one. I'm hoping to get to Elite soon so I can get the third. So yeah, and also recycling cells. Pretty nice for the ship. You basically want to get the spin up time done so your shields can not get railed and stopped. That's pretty handy. I do run a fighter hangar. You can put another shield cell bank or a hull reinforcements package if you do not want to deal with the fighter. I personally like the fighter because it's just what the ship has, and you have your capability of using it, so why not? So I use a Taipan Gilead F. I would probably recommend the gimbaled version of the beam, but there's nothing wrong with the fix either, so do it as you see fit. Also, I have 4D. I have a 4D, a 3D, and another 3D hull reinforcement package. Yeah, and this totals up to about 2,500 integrity. Problem is with this ship, it has low hardness, so it does get damaged kind of easily. So the health pool does go down a little bit fast, but you still have enough health in case your shields go down that it will save you. Also, the shields do have 1,630 megajoules of energy, and I think with these 2 shield subbanks, you're pushing about 4,500 megajoules total. But yeah, this 4D hull reinforcement package is heavy duty with deep plating. This one is thermal resistant with deep plating to counteract the reactive armor, and this hull reinforcement package is heavy duty hull reinforcement with deep plating, and I do run a 2D module reinforcement package. I do that because of basically in case of phasing or any other thing while my shields are down. Usually I don't run a auto fit maintenance kit, because usually by the time my shields go down, I'm usually either getting out of it or finishing up the battle. So it's not much of a problem if you don't have a maintenance kit on, but that is up for you guys to debate and also do. I don't know if my builds in the future will have this hangar bay, but I do like it because it keeps DPS on their shields and they cannot recharge. So yeah. Also, while they're not putting their pips to shields, the thermal resist or the thermal on their shields is rough on it, because these shields usually are a little rough on thermal. Or thermal's usually pretty good against them. But yeah, this is a hybrid shield tank, hull tank. I've enjoyed it quite a bit actually. It kind of packs the punch of my previous build plus one of my old Python that I used to use. So yeah, I actually got this idea from a guild member, so I'm pretty happy with it. Hopefully the Krait can get a little bit more love from FDev whenever future updates come out. Um, Maybe a speed boost or something like that. I don't know what the Krait Phantom is going to be like or if it even comes out. So yeah. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the comments and I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. And if you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe. It does help the channel. It helps keep up future content. And until then, guys, catch you on the next one. See ya.